Andrew Wheat. I'm semi-retired now. I do some on the farm part-time. Wheat Brothers was introduced by the three brothers on the farming side of the bottling plant, and it's been going ever since. It's now taken over by the nephew, which still goes under Wheat Brothers, and we're very proud of the name actually. We've been here for 60 odd years. We love farming 7 days a week, 24 hours a day really most of the time. So it is a passion what we do love. You've got to love farming to be in it. You've got to be really dedicated. I suppose we just love it really. We've never done nothing else, we don't know nothing else. There's been good years, bad years, and I think it'll always be the same. I think there'll always will be good years and bad years. But why do let people produce all this milk, thinking it'll be good for farming? It's got to be controlled. Whereas quotas, when they bought the quotas, and it was being controlled, now they've taken the quotas off again. And all they've done really is make it so people can produce more milk, and it's just doing more harm to the industry than good really. Everybody should buy local stuff. It's produced in the area locally, and you always find the local stuff is nicer than what's imported into the country anyway. But trying to get this over to people to buy local, it's hard work. It's very hard work. But the local stuff, we like to think our milk is better than anybody else's milk because it's produced on the farm, it's processed on the farm, and straight out to the customers. And we love to think ours it's a very nice milk.
I'm Michael Wheat, and what we do here is we process our own milk from the farm, neighbouring farm, and then we process it, bottle it, store it, and then distribute it to the customer locally within 24 hours. Well, it starts off in the milking parlour where the cows come in twice a day. They come in, they're cleaned down, disinfectant, they're fed the ration of corn. They then get milked, all done by hand, well not milked by hand, but the clusters are put on by hand, so all the cows get thoroughly checked over. The cows are then milked, then let back out, they go out to the field to graze. The milk that they produce gets stored in a bulk milk tank, refrigerated down to 3 degrees. From the bulk milk tank, I then connect my pump up, pipe it across into my dairy, where it is then pasteurised at 73 degrees for 15 seconds. After that, it either gets just pasteurised, which produces the silver top bottle. That's effectively just like coming through the cow, no other treatment other than pasteurisation. So on your silver tops you get your little cream line still. You don't get that in supermarket milk because it's all homogenised. Once it's been pasteurised, if we don't choose to use silver top, it can either go through the skimming machine, which then produces your cream and fully skimmed milk. The fully skimmed milk is then stored in one of 2 tanks. The skimmed milk is then bottled as skimmed milk. The cream goes off and gets bottled into whipping cream, double cream or single cream depending what we require. To make a semi-skim mix, you go through the homogenising process. From the storage of them in our finished milk tanks, it then comes down to one of 2 fillers. It's either filled into glass bottles by hand and capped off by hand for the silver foils into glass bottles, or plastic 1 pint cartons or plastic 2 pint cartons, or it can go into the filler number 2 as I call it, where the milk is put into the 2 litre cartons, capped and labelled, then put into the fridge for storage overnight. At 3 o'clock in the morning, the roundsmen turn up, collect their orders, put them on the back of the van, and it all goes off locally to be distributed to doorsteps or retailers, depending where it's going for that particular round. It's important to buy milk locally because it keeps local farmers in business, it keeps local people in business delivering it, processing it, retailing it and bottling it. You know where your milk's come from. You know what you pay for is a local produce which is of high quality. All towns are dying, farmers around them are struggling hard. If all local people supported local businesses, towns would be as they used to be 20 years ago.